Good morning. Hello people, welcome back to Hit Pointed. Name's Revolt. Today we are continuing with Age of Wonders 4. We are continuing with our little rat people, men and women. Kings and queens of cheese. They are on their way to deliver us. To practically take the golden lair. Let me just make sure that I got that excavation going, because that's going to be needed. And let's push that way. I wonder... probably not all of them will be able to get there. Well, no, they will. I need to decide which stack am I going to be taking into the golden realm. It's probably going to be the heroes. So it's going to be our boy Blitz, it's going to be Tina, and we're also going to be bringing Alaric. Plus, what? Probably one Chaos Eater, one Afflictor, and the Balor? Yeah, that's probably going to be it. Alright, Murkwater wants it to grab its goodies. Let's see, what are we going to be grabbing here? I'm thinking that research post, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see. Hey, Punchek, what's up, man? Really hope I pronounced that correctly that time. Punchek? Might have butchered it again, I apologize. It is what it is. Yeah, very good. Nice! Oh god, I finally figured it out. It's Punchek. Cool. How you doing, man? Let's see. Umbral Gate Mana Node. Do I go for that research post? Do I just slap in extra conduits? Or I go for the... No, we're actually making a lot of cash. Just give me the research post. There we go. I'm still going to be focusing on research, simply because I can further improve the faction, and the more tech we have, the bigger of an advantage we're going to get. Also, I should start researching Binding Wonders and going for the Age of Magic. Yeah. Hey, Zartek. You love a good Dark Eaters build with your setup? Oh god, I'm going to have to explain this again. Oh no. No, don't worry about it. I'll explain it real quick. So... it's all about the dot effects. It's all about buffing my units to apply as many dots as possible to the enemy. So we have Hideous Stench on our melee dudes to decrease the resistance and the status resistance of the enemy while they're in melee. Keen-sighted for the extra accuracy on the physical range and magic attacks. But you can also go with Strong if you just want a higher base damage, and I recommend that you go for Strong in case you're going instead of Dark into Industrious, because this build also works with Industrious. We went with Dark because we are consistently applying weakening on the enemy, so why not get that extra lifesteal on our boys? Fabled Hunters for the extra ranged unit and for the nature affinity that is giving us. Runesmiths because we're going to be having a lot of enchantments that will be applied to our units, and we want that cost to go down. The ambition, our hero is a mortal champion that is a ranger, and this ranger has Glory Seeker, where, because we're on max difficulty, we're inevitably going to be fighting against legendary rank units, so it's very easy to get that major ambition going, which we already did. So now he has Rank Slayer. No Warlocks whatsoever, because the dot deliverer of our build is the Afflictor. This was also a little bit of an experiment to see how the Afflictor works, and the tomes we went for are as follow, and in this order. It's a very, very specific build, okay? So we started off with the Tome of Alchemy. The Afflictor's working out great. I don't feel a need to replace the Afflictor with a Zephyr Archer or with a Glade Runner. He's scaling excellently. He's good. A bit squish, but he's perfectly fine and viable. So that's an awesome surprise. Because in my back pocket, I already had the plan of going for Tome of Winds to phase them out with the Zephyr Archers, but I don't feel a need to do so. Right, so started off with Tome of Alchemy, where we're interested in Afflictor. Disperse Afflicting Miasma so we can apply those dot effects real early in the game, and then Anti-Magic Tincture because I want to cleanse, because we're not going to be getting any support units. And I didn't go for Mysterious Tonics. I know that it's very good, but again, we did not go for any support units in our build. Then you either go with Pyromancy or Roots, depending on what enemy you're going to be fighting against. I went with Pyromancy first because we're fighting against Umbral Demons. The things that you want from this book are Fury Arrows and Searing Blades. Those are the priority. Fury Arrows to add an extra dot, the burning effect, and Searing Blades because it synergizes with your melee units. From Roots, it's the same idea. Blight Blades, Poison Arrows, but everything in this book is useful. Healing Roots for some extra sustain. Vine Prison for you know how powerful Vine Prison is, even though it has received a nerf. It's practically a very powerful CC that's going to be keeping the enemy busy for a turn. And then I also went with Summoned Entwined Thralls because my frontline plan needed a shield unit, so I tried to opt into Entwined Protectors. Afterwards, I went with Tome of Rock. The reason why I'm going for Tome of Rock is Obsidian Weapons. That's an extra dot effect. That's the bleed. And then at Tier 2, Tome of Mayhem for the Mark of Misfortune. That's an extra dot. Practically the Misfortune. If the enemy fumbles, they take 8 physical damage, so it acts kinda like a dot effect. They can have up to 24 physical damage taken if they have 3 actions. And then at Tier 3, Tome of Cycles, specifically for Projectiles of Decay. I did grab the Root of the Cycle just in case I wanted to support. I took 3 Tier 1s and a Tier 2. So I had Alchemy at the beginning. That's what I started with. Then I took Pyromancy, Roots, and then I took Rock. And then at Tier 2 I took Mayhem. I did not want to go for another Tier 2 simply because it did not gel with my build. I do have some optional Tier 2s, some situational Tier 2s that I'm going to be explaining at the end. So, Projectile of Decay, for that extra decay dot effect, and then I went into Tome of Pandemonium for 2 reasons. Vessels of Chaos, for each stack, for each debuff on the enemy, you do 10% extra damage and it stacks up to 3 times, so that's a no-brainer. And the Chaos Eater, which I'm using as a front line battle mage. The idea would be to have a Chaos Eater as a stand-in for a melee unit in all of my stacks, simply because they do a giant amount of burst damage with their Consume Chaos. Afterwards, at Tier 4, to finally get our final dot effect, Tome of Calamity in Accursed Projectiles. This is going to be converting our burning effects into Ghost Fire. We're also going to be applying some frost damage, which works really well with the Disperse Afflicting Miasma. But in Tome of Calamity, we're also getting that Comet of Calamity, which is a good starter at the beginning of the fight, and Accursed Armor to further buff up our front line, just by a little bit. And then to round out the build so it scales a little bit to the late game, I decided to go for Tome of Paradise for Gaia's Chosen, into Tome of the Goddess of Nature for Force of Nature, which is going to be adding another +4 blight damage on base attacks, and plus 20% critical hit chance. Now, on the way, situationally, depending on what you're fighting, depending on what you're going to be going against, or depending on the conditions of the map, you can also go into Tome of Zeal and Tome of Inquisition, so you can start applying spirit damage, but specifically for the Inquisitor's Mark. The reason why I didn't integrate it into the base build, simply because the chance to inflict these is a little bit low, and it would have sidetracked us a little bit with going for Tome of Zeal instead of maybe Tome of Rock. If I was fighting against strictly multiple opponents that utilized undead or umbral demons, then yes, it would have been a very good idea to replace Tome of Rock with Tome of Zeal and go into Tome of Inquisition as Tier 2. If you feel like your archers are just not hitting things properly, Guided Projectiles from Tome of Scrying, and if you feel like your afflictors are not scaling properly and they're not doing very well, Tome of Winds for the Zephyr Archer, and of course, if you're in this tome, also grab Seeker Arrows. I don't feel like the extra range from Seeker Arrows is really needed in this build. You're doing fine without it, but it's an extra bonus if you still have research to spare after you get the Goddess of Nature tome. Okay, and then the final tome that I feel like is going to be helpful for this build is Tome of Amplification for amplified arrows. That's simply going to be increasing the damage of your archers a little bit further. Also a 30% chance of inflicting sundered resistance, which is great because you're going to be doing a lot of elemental damage with your boys. Now, the reason why I didn't integrate this particular spell in the base build is because it does not inflict electrocute on the enemy, which would have been an extra dot. It simply provides a sunder resistance, and to my understanding, but I still need to see it for myself, but from what you guys are saying, the deal 3 lightning damage to 2 other targets within 2 hexes, that extra damage does not have the on-hit effect, so it doesn't apply burning, weakened, poison, decay, ghost fire, AIDS, and stuff like that. So it doesn't apply that. That's why I didn't integrate it. That's that. Those are the optionals. I really scoured it. Well, there you go. So I explained that in 10 minutes or less. Now, back to the game. Let's have a look. See, these guys are probably going to be marching westwards. See where this takes us. Is that occupied? That doesn't seem to be occupied. We don't have enough room to teleport. But it doesn't really matter. We can now stay outside of our territories because we have that Umbral Flush going, so we're just going to let the boys chill. Going to be bringing this Night Guard as reinforcements over on this side until I get an extra hero going. This scout unit is going to continue to scour a little bit west. Good morning, DD. How you doing, man? And let's see if I need to build anything. No, we're fine. End turn. And now we quit for the movement of the world. And I'm going to be adding some water because I talked a lot. Still feeling a bit depressed? I'm sorry, man. It's normal. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, my man. Oh, right. I'm gonna keep the camera over here on Knoxville since we cast expand domain expansion. No, since I've cast what's it called? Enchanted Bloom. It's a pretty spell. With pretty stuff. Why are these guys so angry with me? Why are you angry? Well, I guess that problem is going to go away once I get that Black Palace. It doesn't really matter with a dark culture, which is nice. And, right, I'm going to be looking to try and get a magic victory, because I haven't really gotten a magic victory since they reworked it. Before the rework, well, I guess I would call it a nerf. It was very easy to simply build the 3 magic structures in a triangle next to each other, and you would just use 3 stacks to defend all 3 of them. It's, yeah, quite easy. So now you have to bind Golden Wonders. You have to bind 3 Golden Wonders and then protect them to go for a magic victory. A little bit more complicated, but feels good, feels appropriate. Plus, I want to see the Age of Magic engulf us all. Still haven't decided on all of my targets, but it should be fine. There's practically going to be the Golden Gate down here. This one, Golden Lair. Then... kind of wish I could mark stuff on the map. Just so I remember where my wonders are. There's Hammer Hall. Ah, there's another one, the Cursed Tower. I'll also look to build an outpost near that location, or an extra outpost somewhere, just so I can fast respond to anything unpredictable that might occur. And then I have to decide on a third wonder. But I just don't know where I can. Is there maybe one near Bulwark somewhere? Maybe they're gonna find something down here. Or maybe down here. We'll see. A rivalry was declared on you. Oh no! Whatever shall we dunk? Negotiation successful with Stone Free. Negotiation successful with Kurtha. Yeah. I was insulted. What a shocking turn of events. And this guy insulted me. How dare you? How dare you? And now we got 2 points of Archon's blood. Hey, Snaron, what's up, dude? Sure, no problem. Don't worry about it, all's good, man. An extra stack of Void Stones. Oh, and Force of Nature. Huh, does it change the luck of our boys in any way, shape, or form? No, it doesn't. So if I want to give my boys a little bit of extra staying power, I guess I could also grab the Tome of Nature's... no, not Nature's Wrath. Instinctual Blah's Wrath, Animal Inst something, for super growth. Posted on the official Discord suggestions in the stream and video sections. Nice. Really hope they're gonna take the joke, you know, the first joke, and then actually listen to the rest of it, because I do start off that explanation with a swear, because I found it funny. Yeah. Okay, so the people over here in Natwatch are a little bit sass. I guess I should go for that Overlord's Tower. Masonic Hall for the 20 extra production? Yeah, sure. Get that Masonic Hall. Stone's Forge is going to be ready with its, yeah, let's rush that. And then I guess I'm going to go for the Black Palace as well for the extra stability. Why not? Boys are getting there. Hey! While they're getting here, I can actually break these. There, and then on the next turn we're gonna enter the lair. The golden lair. The lair full of gold. Or made of gold. Adds the Phoenix unit to the Rally of the Legions. Yesterday you enjoyed an Age of Wonders 4 game session. You played as Blue Orc, Dark, Cryo Frostlings, and Nature Tomes. Visually absolutely beautiful. Okay, what was the ideal stack for that build? What was the plan, Standman? Snowy forests and orc frostlings are amazing. Okay. You really didn't mention. Wait, what? I just exit. Oh, right. We exited the northwest. I see. Might not be a bad idea to build a teleporter in that area. You mean beautiful? No, I understand. So beautiful as in aesthetically pleasing, or beautiful as in mechanically broken and overpowered? Let's go with that. There was no perfect stack, you were chillin'. Hilarious. Look, people, we got a comedian over here. We got a comedian. We got a ha-ha-ha person. It's fine, it was funny. Yeah, for aesthetics. Sure. Got it. Well, it's kind of rushed me. Maybe I can just build it here. Or is he building it specifically for this location? That's the Silver Tongue, right? That is the Silver Tongue, right? No, can't build it. It's too close to the other outpost. Well, still, at least we found the portal that's taking us to the other side. You cannot constrain yourself? No worry, man. All's good, dude. All's good. It was funny. Did we build that weapon for you? No. What was I doing? Did I forgot to slap an equipment, something to cook inside the item maker? Might have forgotten. Well, whatever. I guess better late than never. Warding plate. Ooh, that warding plate seems to be good. What's my favorite season? Winter. Winter's my favorite season. Oh, in-game, you mean? Or in real life? But in-game favorite biome landscape would be coniferous forests. Coniferous forests with an autumn vibe. In-game. It looks great. It looks amazing. I love it. In real life, I prefer winter, because I sweat like a pig in summer. That's it. Oh, a lost tower. You hate all seasons? I guess they all have their ups and downs, huh? You love spring in real life and winter in game. Sure. We just call him Dee Dee. So I guess that lost tower could... The problem with me binding that lost tower will mean that all of these factions will go apeshit on me. That's my issue. It's not easily defendable. I would have to concentrate a lot of forces there, I'm thinking. Every season has its charms and its reasons, of course. Spring, summer, and fall you're sneezing a lot, and in the winter it's freezing cold. Okay, so allergies. Got it. Poland. What do you guys think of the umbral biome? It's cool. A little bit too aquatic. I would like to see some extra trees or something. Some gnarled, Halloween-like trees would be nice. With a little bit of tentacle eldritch inspiration. That'd be kinda cool. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. Something like this, but a little bit more gnarled. Okay, so, right, I was deciding on, item, of course. I think I need a... Do I have 3 Tranquility Balls? No, I don't have 3 Tranquility Balls. Womp womp. Can I make any interesting rings? Let's see. Give me a good ring. Vicious Killer, Inspiring Killer. I mean, Wind Barrier is always good. I guess I could go Wind Barrier into +2 status resistance, just until I get the 3rd Tranquility Pool for the full immunity. That could work. So I was looking for Kira, so she's gonna need a set of bootsies. Bootsies, 3 trinkets, and a ring. And of course a weapon. Yeah, let's go for a weapon. Let's buff her damage up. I guess it's gonna be a charge weapon. A set of bootsy wootsies for the toesy woesies. Of course. Wonder if anyone is gonna get that reference. It be an old reference. Do I hit it with the death magic just so we can add extra elemental damage? Physical damage, frost, blight. I think so. No, extra effect. Boon Stalen. Nah. Splitterling Infection. Unit killed with this weapon transforms into Splitterlings until the end of combat. I guess I could grab that. Maybe grab that instead of infecting. Although I think Splitter... Tier 1, 744... 744, 3 physical, 1 resistance. Oh, the Splitterlings are a little bit extra tanky, and they don't decay. Oh, but they only have 35 HP. So, they die to a extra strong gust of wind. Nice, then on. I'm simply deciding on what weapon to build to my Spellblade. I mentioned, yeah, regarding... I'm trying to decide what's better, decaying zombies on death or splitterlings on death. Well, I guess I have enough with decaying zombies. Let's grab some splitterlings, why not? And then give me... It's universally amazing effect. Damage and heal removal. Oh, you're talking about decay. I can't really inflict a decay on the enemy. Or at least I don't have that effect. I have slowed, poisoned, marked, distracted, diseased. I can inflict remorse. Condemned, burning, bleeding, but I'm not seeing a decay. That's alright. Let's go with... condemned? For the status resistance? To be honest, go with diseased. Simply because we're doing so much elemental damage that -4 resistance on the enemy is going to be huge. Yeah, I know you can get it. Lance of Corruption, sure. Give it to me. I want it. There. Yeah, he's still getting there. Still need 1 more level to reach that 2nd signature. With you, we finally found a 3rd gold wonder. It's in a very sucky location. Enchant the bloom. Alright. If I may ask, do you plan... what's my plan for the next walkthrough? So I kind of have 2 builds in the works. Well, 3. Maybe 4. So I was thinking of trying out a pure undead build, simply because I never tried it after the rework. And I don't know, it seems interesting. Besides that, I was thinking of going for a morale drain build. A morale drain into a morale increase for your side type of build. I was thinking where we're going a combination of Shadow, Chaos, Order. That might be interesting, but it's still in the works. I'm still trying to decide exactly how to make it work, but it might be around the Bastion. It's gonna be the build with Industrious, which you don't really see anymore. But it just made me discover that Arbalists are stupidly powerful. They're like the Dwar riot shields in Planetfall. They pack quite the fucking punch. Okay, and then a Mega Mage build. Speaking of morale break, Remorse passive in the Order tree is so OP. So if I remember correctly, Remorse practically makes it so that the enemy loses morale when it hits you, right? Or is it a kind of morale dot effect where each turn, for each stack of Remorse, they lose a certain amount of morale? Is that it? Okay, besides that, what else? A pure physical build, where you're just focusing on physical damage and decreasing the physical defense of the enemy, giving the Transmuter a little bit of a shine in the spotlight. What else? And when I was talking about the Mega Mage build, practically a faction that's all about the Wizard King and the spells. The combat spells that you spellcast. Practically, it's gonna be a race until we get Explosive Manifestation from the Astral Tree. That would be the idea. Every turn like that, but not for 3 turns until the end of combat every turn. I think it was it. Okay, sure. That sounds fun. Would probably have a place in the morale draining build. Just for right now, it feels a little bit too gimmicky. Oh, and another build that kind of came to mind would be Mega Tank, Mega Regen, Mega Can't Kill Frontline type of build, where we're probably going to be going for a late game golden golems and weird stuff that just won't die because they have grace, heals, cleanse, everything. Combination of order and nature and materium, practically. I still haven't decided yet. So yeah, I have builds circling in my mind, traversing the realms of my thoughts. I have ideas. Nature makes things unkillable for sure. I mean, we would... So you would definitely go super growth, you would definitely go Gaia's... I guess the transformation would be Gaia's Chosen. If you're going Gaia's Chosen, you're probably ending up with, what's it called? With, Nature's Wrath as his tier 5, but maybe I'm gonna go with Tome of Creation and make elementals undead? I don't know. If you go Wizard King, you get the healing channeling. Okay, interesting. Practically where you go for overcharged spells that and you buff up the healing spells. And they'll give you extra regeneration stacks. Oh, okay, that'd be interesting. I need to look into it. Make him into a ritualist? Oh, right, yeah. Speaking of, the Mega Mage build has a Ritualist as the main leader. Because you go for the defensive Ritualist. You know, the Wizard Kings have that spell where they get an extra cast on their turn. So you can specialize that spell to cost an action, but it puts your unit in defense mode. So you go Ritualist and you give him the extra resistance aura around him. So each time he goes into defense, he's just going to protect everyone to the max. And then the idea would be you cast Overgrowth on your boys for extra regen. You cast the extra spell, which is going to be putting you in defense mode, which is going to be giving you an extra spell, which is going to be further protecting your boys. You basically heal around 50 HP in one turn per target. Gross, but interesting. So yeah, I have ideas. Alright, so that's a little gold stack. I could just build my outpost there. Gold veins. Should be fine, right? Okay, so first order of business. My boy. Who else we're sending? Alaric. Tina. Don't forget, Nature's shield units have AoE heal, and you can make root shields also heal. Yeah, sure. Okay, bringing in the Balor, Baloo. And then, what else? We got 2 ranged, 2 melee. Probably going to be bringing in 1 Chaos Eater. And then a Afflictor. Preferably with extra range there. Done. That's going to be the stack. And then I'll place these guys over here. And let's see if we can clear this place out. Oh, right, before I do anything else. Oh no, I have, or somebody has been denounced. Nightwatch can grab another location. Let's see, what would be another location? This is how you always play. Nature's amazing. Nature's pretty powerful, yes. And I'm happy to see that you don't necessarily have to go into an animal build to benefit from nature. I actually prefer the plant build. But I never really went into a pure animal spam druid shepherd. This is my favorite store on the Citadel type of build. You hate animal summon builds? Why? The ancient golden lair looms before you. Inside you encounter 2 resting dragons at opposite ends of the hall. Each dragon seems to be guarding one half of a considerable horde. Intruder, the first one, a royal fire dragon, says, "Thou darest enter my horde. Leave thy tribute, lest I rain down fiery wrath upon thee." The second, a frost dragon, glares at the other before turning back to Alaric with a cold grin. "I suggest you run, little plague lord." The 2 dragons rise, towering above you. "Leave our hordes, or face our wrath." We're gonna cast a quick spell to protect our troops before engaging. but we will engage. Draconic Catalyst. When a red dragon has Draconic Rage, all attacking units have a 90% chance to suffer burning. When a blue dragon has Draconic Rage, all attacking units have a 60% chance to get frozen. Okay, so that practically dictates that I should focus down one of the enemies. It seems the Frost Dragon is a little bit more dangerous. Bolstered resistance. Okay, cool. Let's go. It's good early, but you hate it. Okay. Do you feel like the animal stacks that you're throwing at the enemy don't really have cohesion? Is that why you don't like it? Have I tried Cult of Personality Society trait? Yes, I did. On the Immortal Dragon build. It was amazing. It also makes kind of the other heroes quite powerful as well. Within the Immortal Dragon build, I also made other heroes kind of unkillable. I managed to make a polearm defender hero just take on stacks on his own as well. But I was still experimenting around with a warrior build to see if I can make them an immortal. Also, in theory, there's a solo build for a ranger hero, where he just grabs as many damage abilities as possible on his main attack with a mage lock infecting musket. Well, I guess you would require a little bit of an extra distraction with a summon unit, so you would get 2 Silver Tongue Fruit, so you can get a summon Spider Matriarch, or Patriarch, I don't know, wand. So yeah. Now, just throwing animals around sounds hippie, sure. I don't know, I'm imagining, when I'm thinking of an animal build, and you're throwing stacks of animals at the enemy, I'm thinking of the Primal Zerg from StarCraft 2 for some odd reason. It's somewhere around that ballpark. Very, very scared of the AoE damage we're about to face, but it is what it is. So Mr. Blitz needs to go forward and get... actually, maybe we just sit back the first turn? Maybe I can get some Berserk going. Sustained damage becomes Berserk until the end of the battle. If not a hero, unit turns into a tier 1 Infernal Fiend unit under your control upon its death. Okay. I'll place you here. If we're going to be taking AoE damage, it is what it is. So we're going to go with something like this. I think we're just outside of range. Okay. So, what are we facing? Control loss immunity, so we can make him Berserk. I'm assuming you're the same. Yep. Phoenix also has control loss immunity. Young Stud does not have control loss immunity. That's interesting. And that's a hindering blizzard type of Schnitzel buff. Now, do I go with infectious insanity on the small Schnitzel buff? Do I start off with a Comet of Calamity? Or do I just make all of them distracted? No, that would be a waste. I'll also go Vine Prison to distract them a little bit. Okay, let's risk it for a chocolate biscuit. He just has insanity, which is fine. I don't remember if I asked, but what was your favorite hero class? Defender. I like Defender. but I'm capable of playing with all of them. The least amount of experience I have on Ritualist, Spellblade, and Death Knight. Yeah, the Defender. Defender class is my favorite hero class. Which one did you think was my favorite? And why? It will be on the essay. It'll be on the exam. Which who shot it up? Fuck it. Good, they're now inflicted with the goods. Hit them with a fire evocation. Oh yeah, baby. Burn electrified. Let's do some damage there. And I think I just park Blitz here. 39, 39, 90%, 59. Come on! Ah! Failed. I have failed. And I'm gonna take a step back and cast Big Boy Defense there. Then I'm gonna make that Phoenix disappear. Okay, time to receive a big pile of Damaggio. Let's go. Yes, I get it. Nice. I'm assuming a fire attack, yep. And then ice attack. Okay. Oh, nice. He fumbled. He fudged it, which is great. So they're focusing on my Chaos Eater because he's the weakest. He has the smallest defense. Defender's so stalling? How do you describe it? You stand on the front and soak damage. Warrior has that... I have no idea what's going on. What happened? Did that spell shield throw his life away? Oh, Jesus. That dot effect was awesome. Stalling, how do you describe it? You stand on the front and soak damage. Warrior has that flank if charged weapon effect or they're strong duelists. Mages doing some juicy AoE damage and Ranger's all about that sexy flank. Maybe you play Defender wrong. When it comes to Defender, I play him like this. Like Blitz over here. It's all about being a nuisance, being a stone in the enemy's kidneys, and protect your boys. You're also trying to provide that shield wall effect to your boys. You're always trying to taunt one of them to come and attack your blitz. Your defender. With the defender, it's all about the retaliation strike. You are there to receive hits, just regenerate those hits through regeneration, grace, and lifesteal, and just do terrible, terrible damage with your retaliation attack. And practically, you're a reflect tank. Enemies just die trying to attack you. But then you're gonna say, but Rev, won't they just ignore my tank and go for the others? Yes, they will. But eventually, your defender can become so powerful that he's gonna be capable of taking on stacks on his own. So when there are no other targets on the battlefield, the only target is the reflect tank. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's kind of similar to the what's it called? The Immortal Dragon build. Pretty much. Oh, killing momentum. Now I can make that guy rage? No. He just has a Chaos Branta, though. Okay, let's kill the young dragon. Goodbye, Monsieur Young Dragon. Alright, do that again, Mr. Afflictor. Do the deed. Look at that damage, dude. 26 per hit? I mean, I'm sure others can do better, but for what they're doing good. Gonna apply the curse. To be honest, I should have applied the curse first before attacking with all the others. Let's see, can I just get a double kill? Nah, probably not, but it's fine. Get killed by your friend. No? No, I can't utilize him? Aw. Okay. Eat him, Chaos Eater. Yum yum. Oh, actually I should have tried Consume Chaos to see how much damage I would have done to the dragon. But, well, it is what it is. With the threat of the dragons removed, you've gained access to the Golden Lair. Through the ages they spent in this realm, the dragons had amassed a considerable hoard, its contents meticulously split in half. You even find some broken objects, as if the dragons did not know how to divide the wealth otherwise. Luckily, most of the treasures were kept intact. The dragon hoard is yours to take. Which item catches Alaric Grimtane's eye? Volleyvale Band of True Sight gives me Wind Barrier, True Sight, and Vicious Killer. The Blinding Frostbringer of the Frost Dragon. Blinding Frostbringer, Mage Ritualist, Frost Spike. Oh, wait, but this can only be utilized by an Eldritch Sovereign. That's completely useless to me. Sad. Repair the Broken Throne? Or repair the deactivated Golden Golem. And I get a Golden Golem? Nice. Guys, if you have a Golden Golem, please use him correctly and don't attack with him. Please. Please. I had situations where people would utilize, this is going to be a mini rant, a very small mini rant. So Mr. Golden Golem over here is quite the powerhouse of the unit. He is stupidly powerful. If you use him correctly. If you just go on the battlefield and go straight up into the enemy's face and then attack them with the Gilded Cleave, that means your boy is not going to be in defense mode. So he's not going to be having as many defenses as possible, and he's not going to have Golden Retaliation, which says when in defense mode, this unit has unlimited retaliation attacks. This is exactly like the Reflect tank that I mentioned before. You park this bad boy in the most annoying spot on the battlefield, most likely in the face of as many units as possible, and then you place him in defense mode. The only exception when you don't put him in defense mode is when he has been damaged and he's in need of a heal through Strike Gold, or if you have Champion, which gives him killing momentum. So specifically when you know that your attack will be killing a unit, you go for it and then you place yourself in defense mode. I know. Or specifically if you're finishing the fight with one extra attack. That's how you use the Golden Golem. He has a cleave attack, he is gonna be most likely stunning most of the units before they even get a chance to hit the Golden Golem. The only weakness of the Golden Golem is that, that lightning debuff and just ranged attacks in general are not that good on him. So please, for the love of God, don't come over here and tell me, because this happened, don't come over here and tell me that your Golden Golem is weak when you just go in and attack like a buffoon. Put the guy in defense mode so he can do its job of being a reflect polearm tank god. Also, in case you want to go for a Golden Golem build, 4 Golden Golems with 2 Scalds, or 3 Golden Golems with 2 Scalds and a hero, disgusting. Good lord. Right, so do I get the Golden Golem? I think we're gonna go with a no. I mean, I'm probably gonna be grabbing the Golden Golem simply because there's no interesting alternative. Yeah. I mean, that would be material fodder. Okay, give me the Golden Golem. It's fine. Probably going to be replacing... Do I even have any Night Guard left? Probably not. What effects do we have on the Golden Golem? None. He doesn't need any. Now, for those who are a little bit disappointed that mythic units do not gain any enchantment effects or racial effects, one reliable way of buffing up mythic units is Scalds and Chaplains, or Order spells. Anything that adds Strengthen to your mythic unit will scale him incredibly well. That's your golden ticket. That's the way. Okay? If you're going to be going for a mythic unit strategy, think of integrating Scalds, Chaplains, or buffing spells that give you a lot of stacks of Strengthen into your build. Okay? For example, Chaos buffing spells that are going to be adding a crit and Strengthen, if you're going to be going for the Chaos lens. There. Hello, Defender. Sneron, you asked how to build a Defender. Taunt, Vigor, Resistance, Defense, Greater Defense into Graceful Defense. That's the first power spike. It's going to be that +1 Grace on defense mode is going to be providing you with a lot of sustain. Then you have to make a decision. Do you either go into Retaliator, Invigorating Retaliation, Tireless Retaliator for the endless reflects, or you go into Defense, Adaptive Armor, Pure Defense, Weakening Strikes, and then you either get Braced Defense in case you don't have a polearm, or in case you don't have a item that gives you charge resistance. If you do have charge resistance from your polearm or from an item, you go Defensive Master. That's that. From then on, you can go for some extra retaliation damage on this side. You can go for signature skills. You can go for some buffs for your boys. It's your choice. That's how I roll with Defenders. I was thinking of trying to reach Bladestorm as well, but I don't know. It was kind of awkward to reach. Let's see, what do we got? Masters of Chaos, Amplify, meh. Adept of Materium, not a master. Mobilizing Presence might be good. Okay, what's the Master of Nature bringing to the table? Oh, right, Poisonous Undergrowth. And Call of the Wild. Poisonous Undergrowth might give some good utility to your boys. To your Defender. New Shade of Shadow. I'm gonna go with Master of Nature simply for the 10 extra HP on everybody. And then I go pure defense, weakening strikes. And then on the next turn I decide... Probably gonna let you keep that Mail of the Razorback, which gives you charge resistance, and go for Defensive Master. Wait, don't I already have Defensive Master on the shield? I guess not, it's a tier 2, so I never built a shield. I should check to see what type of shields I can build. But there you go. That's my boy. Alright, let's gather up. There's Alaric. Which one was your stack? I'm thinking this one. Probably not that one. Yeah, it's probably not that one. I think I gave you the Balor. The Balor. The Blur. Place you there. In that stack, I'm going to be sending Bup. And then probably Tina. Good. Yeah, I mispositioned somebody. Oh, okay. I see. I think was something like this. And then you go in there. And then in this squad, I'm going to be sending the Golden Golem, because I like him. And the Mr. Balor is going to go into... Do I take out the Gremlin? Do I take out the Pursuer? I'll take out one of those knights. There we go. And then Mr. Knight. Where does this take us? Somewhere. It's fine. Change of contract. We gain an Awakener of the High Cats. These are cats of the high. What do they get? Mana Channelers and Chosen Destroyers. Okay, Desert Adaptation, Elusive, and Athletic. So their traits are that of a rogue. Mana Channeler, summon spells, meh. Nah, we have no quarrel with you. Go away. Staff of the Blizzard. Sure. Alright. Build an outpost over here. You get to excavate that, since we're in the area. And then we're going to look to get the hell out of Dodge. Wish I knew where this one went. Oh, what? If I click on that, is it going to show me where it's... where it rises? Cool. Didn't know that. That's a good one. Unstable, of course. Shipyard, blacksmith, academy, material refinery. Give me the stronghold. Sure. Can't build an outpost there. But I could sure as hell slap... Oh, really? I can't slap an outpost here? No! It's not letting me put an outpost. That's rude. This guy's too close. Wish I could order him to place a teleporter there. That would be nice. Okay. I can just slap an outpost over on that side. And I'll try to rush... and grab that Silver Tongue Fruit and set up a teleporter here. That's going to be our outpost. We're going to start to go through the mountains. To the moon. You're fine. Gonna need to decide on what to do with this guy. And I need to decide the next destination for... Oh, no, actually, wait. Do I need to stay here to bind this? I think I do. I'm going to be able to tell after the mass rejuvenation is researched. I'm going to keep these guys around for a little bit. As I said, I haven't done the new Magic Victory since they reworked it, so I'm learning together with you guys. Well, it seems Noctis is going for the same thing. I get it. Should keep an eye on the exploration of Blint over here. Because he might find another Golden Wonder that I'd like to grab. Also, a part of me kind of wishes there was a Golden Wonder inside the Umbral Abyss as well. Or maybe make the Umbral Dwellings considered to be some form of wonders. That might be interesting. But, it's okay. Oh, right! The Spire of Binding! Of course! Of course, I completely forgot about this one. Okay, so we got the Golden Lair. We're gonna have the Spire of Binding. So there are wonders over in the Umbral Abyss. I just didn't know or never noticed. And then the final one is gonna be over. Where was it? I guess grabbing the Cursed Tower here. Portentium. Probably want that location. How did I get here? How or what? Probably had a scout unit that went all the way there. Good morning, Armed and Overclocked. How you doing? Shuna. Shuna likes the food on Barunda. Okay. You just woke up? Cool. May you have a wonderful morning, my dude. There. Simply waiting on the turn, and then looking to Knoxville to see its beautiful terraforming effect. It's nice. And yeah, it seems our boys really made short work of that Golden Wonder. That was impressive. What was it? 2 tier 5s, 8 tier... No, 2 tier 5s, 3 tier 3s, and a tier 2? Not bad. Granted, they were my strongest boys. Except that Afflictor, but, well... Our build kind of revolves around, the Afflictor boys. That's how we made it. Yay, we're finally at the Togrim's turn, and it's finally gonna be over. Come on, let the Independents take a swing. Let the Independents do their thing. Anything? There. I also want to see the switch in terrain. Hope it's going to be one of these that's going to transform. Yes, can I help you? Manual combat. It's time for our scout to shine with no extra damage, huh? About that, let's play around a little bit, why not? I'm just gonna hide my boy over here and the turn. Sure, and what would give me a victory? I guess it would be Infectious Insanity. So let's try that out. Good. Let's see. That's a good start. And then we're gonna look to ignite you. Just so it doesn't eat its own Infectious Insanity. We're gonna let that Splitterling come in. They're gonna continue fighting each other. I wonder if it's going to prioritize on spreading. No, it's not going to prioritize on spreading. Got it. I was thinking that maybe that Bone Dragon is going to try to run after the Splitterlings or something. Just let it approach. We're not going to cast... do I cast anything? I maybe just ignite it, just so it starts receiving some damage over time effect. Yeah. Add 2 stacks of the burn effect? Cool. Oh, the Infectious Insanity has wore off. I see. Oh, well, there he goes. That's a lot of mana for not wanting to lose, or practically teleport a scout unit back to base. Bye-bye. Probably won't have enough to... Wait, what? I was under the impression that it's gonna come for us. Okay, let's see if we can win. Against a half-health Splitterling. You can do it, Outriders. I believe that you won't, but let's see. Yeah. Did he just place himself in the fire? That's great. Move away. There, and then another move away into account. It was all the scouts, dude. It was all the scouts. It was them all along. But yeah, I no longer need that last tower. So, Noctis bound one of those. A brigand camp was found. Why, I oughta. Okay. Free city can be integrated. That's cute. Another tier 3 battle mage. Direcaster Chaos Eater from Shuna. Ooh, that's a lot of units we got there going. Interesting. No, don't grab it. Gractor Boys, Druid of the Cycles, Chaos Eater. Don't really need the extra units just yet, so we're fine for now. New Empire Development Skill. Grievances against all other empires. Gonna get a lot out of this if the wars get going. I'll grab that for the extra province improvements. And then let's see which cities need my bloom. It seems Stoneforge is growing its fungal forests nicely. Looks nice, looks cute. Although they might be needing a little bit of love. On the surface, Nightwatch is going to need love. Knoxville already has that active. And then Murkwater is going to need that active. It might be high time for me to integrate Gragtor into the fold. I'll save up on Imperium to integrate the city. Yeah. Let's enchant Nightwatch. There. Outpost has been founded. Straight into work camp. They're going for the work camp as well, and I think they're gonna have prio. And outpost into work camp so we can grab that golden layer. Okay, they're not as angry anymore. That's cute. Archer battlements. Overlord's tower. Okay. Go for the Overlord's tower, I guess. Any other building that needs to be rushed, constructed, something. I mean, I guess I could rush this one. Yeah. Have the cash. Oh, they're really pissy. But doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So, go for Overlord's Tower. Just so we prevent any rebellions. Okay, and I'm going to be needing 2 more casts of Enchanted Bloom. Then I'm going to look to clear that Brigand camp right now. Because I'm only going to be able to get Binding Wonder in to research it in 1 turn from now. So, boop. I should be able to auto-resolve this with no worries. Good. Warding Ring, 3 status resistance. Sure. Remains of Somebody. Select Heroes and go to Kira. And give her that Warding Ring. Just to work towards her ambition. What else? Right, go back to the underground over here and take out that Fireforge thing. Oh, what do you mean? Well, the Baylor can start the... no, not in a good position to start that fight. This knight can start the fight. There. good. Boots of Freedom. The Bootsy Wootsies. There. And since we're in the area, might as well clear that out as well. Help out Chalkholm. Chalkholm is really not having a lot of space here to expand. Well, to be honest, I guess they expanded a little bit eastwards. Sure, I guess it works. Can you expand through the Umbral Gate? Exactly like you would expand a city through the mines, can you expand to the Umbral Gate as well? Oh no, I think you can, because I saw... Well, no. The player can't. But the Umbral Dwellings can. Case in point, our situation over here with this outpost. This territory down here is part of Ishuna, the free city of the Umbral Schnitzelpuffs. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Forbidden Shrine? I guess you can go clear that out, why not? Let's see, what would be a good stack for about Forbidden Shrine? It's gonna be Spera. Kira. Then we'll want one of the big boy afflictors, a Chaos Eater, and I'm thinking one of the knights. Yeah. That's gonna be... Oh, wait, no, I'm still missing one more unit. Ranged. Okay, an extra range unit. Probably these guys. Let's explore. Gloomhook Nail is gonna be sucky about it. Delay the ritual. Oh lord. Dude, that's a scary fucking stack. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. We're going to be adopting some hefty defensive positions. Yeah, wonders are very scary on max difficulty. What do you mean I can't place myself right there? There's a pillar over there? Oh, there's a pillar over there. Right. Okay. Change of plans. It would go something like this then. You're squishy as fuck, right? Yeah. This Baylor's gonna come in and just slap my McMuffins away, right? 4 hexes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be hitting all of my front line. So I think I'm gonna spread out a bit. Maybe just let Kira get hit. There. So how do I win this through spells? Oh, also I'm only at 415 mana. That's something. I could Comet of Calamity them up. That's going to do some decent damage. It also has a chance of freezing everybody. We can go for an Infectious Insanity. Okay. Give him the good old-fashioned. There. Maybe some of them are going to be frozen and not get in my way. Perfect. Shrine of Smiting is not in range. Baylor is not in range either. Interesting. Let's say he moves here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to hit Elder. He's going to hit Spira and the Afflictor. But the rest can't really reach. Let's move back a notch. And we're just gonna let them... Well, I'm not even gonna let them. I'll go with that. Just to have Afflicting Miasma on top of them cause problems. Okay, end turn. Alright. Went with big boy damage on those two. Anti-magic tincture. To heal them up. Activate aim. Kill the Juggernaut. Start doing damage to the Balor. And... alright, we adopt the dot effects of everybody. Oh, good hit. And now we just bombard the McMuffins off of that Balor, right? Really? I have to move all the way here? Sucks, fine. Do it. One more hit. Come on. Yes! Eat it, big boinito. It was made out of confetti. It was confetti all along, boys. Also, that was a shitty amount of damage. Is there a chance that these guys are gonna kill my knight? Ah, there's a chance. It is what it is. I know. Well, he's not gonna be doing a lot. Really, ignoring the Dark Knight that has lower HP and just went for the Chaos Eater. Okay. Can I get a... No. You can get a crash into his face, that's what I can get. I'll finish you off. Good. Finish you. Oh, 2 shots, nice. Beautiful big boy damage. That's what we like to see. And then I can just crash into that guy. So it's gonna be forward. %50 chance from here. Let's go for it. Nice hit. Good. It just... it's such a powerful strategy to tie up half of the army. That comet of calamity practically froze what? Dark Knight, Lightbringer, and probably another. Oh yeah, the Chaos Eater. They got frozen, so they couldn't move forward. Infernal Juggernaut and Balor just came out of position, and we started lighting them up. And the Shrine of Smiting, even though I don't think it got frozen there. Simply did not get in range to launch even a one-shot, so that worked excellently. Knowledge of the Fiendish Fiends of Fiendery. Summon a control unit. I get a Dire Penguin. No. Give me the knowledge. Then these guys level up. So with Spira, we're just going for as much damage on the heavy mage lock as possible, so I'm going to be getting Ranger 2. Oh, those Boots of Freedom are kinda good. Well, kinda. And then with Kira, I think my plan was to go for melee mage. And then roll into Arcane Skirmisher melee training Spellblight. Is it worth it to go for Arc Fire Burst? All enemies within 2 hexes of you take... Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. What do we get? Additive Chaos would give us a debilitating aura. Chaos Empowerment. Mobilizing Presence. Withering Decay, which is always good. I wonder if Withering... no, it would be on the base attacks, and I guess that would not be a base attack, it would be a magic attack. But still cool. So I guess just go for the... whatever benefits my stack. So I could just keep on adding the crit. The debilitating aura would be great. Okay, go for the crit then. I'll maybe get that eventually. But for now, go Melee Mage into Arc Fire Burst. Is that a free? No. It's not a free spell. That's a 3-turn spell. Our Fire Blast is a 2-hex AoE that applies all debuffs that you can apply. Burning, Electrified, and Blind. That does seem to be the case. So, should I utilize... This is what I'm seeing with a Spellblade. It's practically a combo build where you're going Lightning Evoker on the first turn or second turn, then you go in for a Charge Strike to benefit from the Arcane Skirmisher for a prepared melee, and then once you hopefully survive until the beginning of the next turn, you just launch Arc Fire Burst in the middle of everybody. I guess that's how it would be. Death Knight and Spellblade are the most fun classes after the rework. Have you noticed any specific builds? Because for Spellblade, at least, this seems to be the way to go. Where you're going for spell, melee, a magic skirmisher, if you may. That seems to be the way the game dictates. For Death Knight, I've currently experimenting a Death Knight hero, a Death Knight faction leader, in the morale drain build. And it's interesting. Okay guys, we're gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'll run some ads, and we'll see you in 5. I have returned, yes. There we go. So let me just read and catch up with how you utilize Death Knights and Spellblades. So how you play Spellblade: Charge Weapon to flank backline, Arc Fire to apply AoE Blind, and finish with Lightning Evocation. Oh, so you go straight for the charge attack instead of adding the Lightning Evocation first. Okay, that's why you use Opener that deals extra damage when enemies at a high health. Okay. Either enemy is forced to... So let me just... There. So you're going for the fatal strikes? No. Going for the opening strikes, right? So you do extra damage to the unit that has high health. Okay. Other enemies forced to use defensive spells or help other units frontline, mostly our backline dies. Only problem is to flank. For that you need good setup. A mount which gives faster phase, like Unicorn or Flying. For more versatile weapon choice. Okay, one way or another you need to charge attack, use Arc Fire Blast, and finish with Evocation. That's how you do it. Why not Evocation into charge into Arc Fire Blast? Is it a little bit too late? And for the Death Knight is good on the front, melting them, getting zombies to cover his ass, or flank enemies pinning them. Okay. We will see. We will experiment. But yeah, that does sound kind of good with the way you're handling the Spellblade. It seems interesting. Okay, I just need an extra melee unit in there. It's probably gonna be You. There. And then let's divide forces. You in here. And then a third stack. Eh? Okay. Alright, and... Too many-ish, but it's okay. Everybody has a Chaos Eater now in their stack, which is great. Okay, let's see. You are gonna keep on exploring. Oh, this is actually a coastline. Cool. Well, because mages can do that better. So you're trying to gain as much value out of the Arc Fire Blast as possible, and try to apply as many effects on it as possible. Okay, sure, I understand. Alright, Mr. Knight. I guess I'm gonna send you home a little bit. Utilize that melee advantage pinning the back line. I'm just a little bit worried that the Spellblade is a little bit too, squishy for the charge, you know? And I'm worried that he's just gonna get focused down. But all's good. And turn. Come on, give me a beautiful forest on the Garden of Bliss. You know which faction your Blue Orc Frostling build reminded me of? Norska from Warhammer. Berserk Viking style raiders with ice focus. I guess it could work. You go with for kind of a Frostling transformation. If you go Nature or Order, you will get resistance versus AoE magic, and blind from abilities will help to evade range attacks. I guess so. Sure. I guess so. I'm thinking of maybe trying to combine that pure physical build together with the morale drain build. I wonder if it would work. Might be a little bit too complicated. Death Knight is fun. You can take 3 attack weapons, apply free curse and melt front lines. I don't get it. So you practically go with a repeating attack. Got it. And then you're gonna be having a apply curse on hit? Is that the idea? I'll try to see if I can get a Death Knight as a next hero. Just so we can discuss it a little bit. I enjoy these types of nerdy conversations. The Death Knight has a free action curse ability. Oh, I see. So basically you would go for the free action curse into parking him in front of the enemy. Although he's not going to be as tanky. Maybe. He's also not going to be having... I mean, if you give him a pole arm and you go for a plant... Same as mage, but costs 0 actions, but only near enemy use. Also, you have to be in melee, and you practically curse people around you. Interesting. Sure. Well, I guess that can work. Enchanted Bloom is ready to go, so that's most likely gonna be cast on Murkwater. Because, well, Night Watch is already expanding it. I'm hoping, right? Let me just see. Come on, Night Watch. Expand your beautiful forests. Oh, here it comes. Did it just turn its own province into forest? What? Is that it? That's okay. And they're angry at me. Goldscaper grabbed another one of those. Iron deposit was found down there. Who the hell is that big boy? That's a big boy. Defender Dark Rodent. Okay. Example, you took Shadow Affinity, got extra damage versus slowed enemies, cast Curse, cast Ice Coffin, and start attacking, and the damage will be crazy. Another ruler was denounced. Other rulers declared a rivalry. Those two ended their friendship, and we now have mass rejuvenation. Calamity Dragon would be useful in bringing the enemies to me, but All friendly units in the target province gain plus 15 maximum HP and regenerate 15 HP in neutral and friendly domain for the next 2 world map turns. Diffuse health. Target enemy unit sustains 30 blight damage, gains 1 decay, and friendlies in the area are going to receive 15 HP and regen. And that's going to be transforming into 25 HP because we have the nature lens. Or nature matrix. There we go. No, give me Bind Gold Ancient Wonder. That's going to be the way. I was saving up the Imperium points to bring a Goraktor into the fold. I mean, I could also just build an extra city here. I don't really have a lot of stuff here to go for an extra city simply because these guys are getting in my way. So, Enchanted Bloom. Let's see. On Murkwater. Yesterday, you got a hero who had a Recruiter Government perk, and you found a wonder that reduced higher cost. It made city and combined effects of both made troops cheap to recruit and fast to produce with extra metals. So good. Yeah, the super mega military industrial complex right there. Absolutely. It is good. Okay, what else do I need? Don't think I need Enchanted Bloom anymore. Time for Blessing of Paradise. What's my favorite government perk on the hero? Oh, I know. My favorite one is, let me tell you, it's that clearly my favorite. It's the most amazing. Nautical Governor. This one's my favorite. If I would see it into a fire and melt, it would definitely be my favorite. Yeah, Nautical Governor, I feel like, is just the weakest one, simply because it's such a rare situation where you're going to be getting a water mostly... No, I'm kidding. This is not my favorite. I feel like Nautical Governor is the weakest one. Let me see. If I were to choose... I do like Fortifying. I haven't really been through them, to be honest with you. I think the most powerful one is the one that your leader's providing. Agricultural Governor, that Renown level 3 is quite powerful. Each population grants 1 gold, 1 mana, 1 knowledge. Pretty good. Prospecting Governor. Each mine grants +5 gold. Each population grants +5 gold. So if you're going to be having a gold upkeep focused faction, trying to focus on prospecting governors is going to be pretty much a must. Pretty sure agriculture is very good. I feel like agriculture is good, but in the sense that you're looking to expand, you're looking to grow. This would be excellent for the prolific swarmers berserker build, where you're spamming tier 1 units and you're trying to expand as fast as possible. So this one is great for that. Again, when it comes to the governors, they're situational to the strategy that you're going for. Then Prospecting Governor, as I said, it's going to be very good for a faction that has a lot of gold upkeep. What else do we got here? Fortifying Governor. Defensive city structures cost less gold. They grant city stability. And they grant draft. I'd say this one is a little bit more on the weak side. I guess it would be useful for you to have a city that you really need to... No, not really. I guess if you're just going to be looking to recruit in that city, but then why wouldn't you just go for a recruiting governor? So Fortifying Governor, I feel like it's a little bit meh. Maybe it's good if you're planning on holding a choke point and you have a city in that choke point, sure. Nautical Governor is incredibly situational, but if you're on a water map, it's great. But I don't know. Nautical Governor is practically the water equivalent of Agricultural Governor. So, if you have a coast city and you're going to be grabbing a lot of water tiles, this is your boy. Specialist Governor, what's this one? Oh, right, this one goes for special improvements. I guess the Specialist Governor is very nice to grab later into the game. When you're already having a lot of cities around, you have a late game city, and then you just replace the governor of that late game city that has a stupid amount of special improvements, and you add the Specialist Governor in there, just so you benefit for those special improvements. Also, the extra knowledge and the extra mana and gold are kind of like jack of all trades, so just good in general, but specifically better in the later in the game when you do have special improvements. And then Recruiting Governor, if you're looking to spam units, if you're looking to go for a gold upkeep, so you're going to be recruiting a lot of units, then Recruiting Governor is the way to go. You would definitely want a Recruiting Governor if you will go with any gold upkeep strategy. That's it. And did we miss any governors? Well, except the ones that we already have. Let me see. Hero. What do we got? Godir Governor. The Godir Governor provides food, extra growth. City structures provide Imperium. Well, clearly, because of Imperium, the best governor is your Godir boy, but still. If you play on islands, the value you'll get from it is insane. Specialist is meh. As I said, it's good in the late game. Spam low-tier units to harass, okay. Not so many to ramp up numbers. What? Agricultural. Oh, right, there's also the scholarly one. Oh, and the industrious. Industrious. Each quarry grants extra production, +5 city stability, city structures cost less gold, and they grant extra gold, besides their normal effect. Incredibly situational. I feel like industrious is good if you're going for perfectionist artisans. The one where you need to add a lot of production to finish a building. But beyond that, meh. And I guess they're good if you're planning on building tall, or with few cities, but as many buildings as fast as possible. No, not specialist. Scholarly governor, if you're going to be going for tech spam, if you really need to bring your build online by getting a specific spell. So, for example, if your entire build revolves around golden golems, I'm just giving an example here, you're going to want scholarly governors to amass that knowledge so you can get to your golden golems, in this case, as fast as possible. And isn't there also a mage governor? Something that generates mana? Scholars are good if you get ice tomes. They give 2 research posts, and if you manage to get 2 to 3 more posts, it'll be so good late. 250 plus research. Yeah, and you would definitely want a scholars guild in that particular city. Absolutely, get a scholars guild. And then there's also the mage governor, but I don't know the name of that one. Do you maybe find it in the Tome of Wonders somewhere? I don't think so. Yeah, practically he specializes in conduits. Now, I do have to mention conduits are considered the weaker tile to build, to specialize into a city, with the exception if you're going for an astral build with mana-intensive, mana-heavy, summoner-focused builds. That's when conduit just comes in handy, it generates a stupid amount of mana, and you want it. That's it. I would still kind of go with scholars, but, mana boys are also love and life. That's that. So that's my take. Do I have a favorite? No. They're all situational, and they're all useful whenever you need to. If I were to pick one, I think the most powerful one is the scholarly governor. Simply because I feel like knowledge is the second most important stat besides Imperium. Then it's gold, then it's mana, then it's production, food, draft, stuff. But even then, gold and mana are interchangeable depending on what build you're going for. So there you go. There's my 2 cents on the governor traits. Can I help you? May you be assisted? They might declare war on me. I wouldn't be surprised. But my boys are ready to kick ass. We're gonna let them chill. You need to experience that juiced tier 3 units pop with extra medals to know? I mean, I guess so. Yeah, scholars and recruiters, they're just so useful. I agree. I agree. Practically scholars to rush your tier 3, and then recruiters to give them the good stuff. Also, definitely would build an armory and slash the military guild in that particular city, so you can get the big boys fast. Yep. Well, not blacksmith specifically. You do need to go for the bigger one. I think armory gives medals to tier 2, and military guild gives medals to tier 3. I think. I can't really remember. We can check. I wonder if I have a guild in Knoxville. I don't think so. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Estate Hall. Smith's Guild. Not Military Guild, Smith's Guild. This one provides extra draft and food. +1 starting rank to every tier 3. If you get Signs of Evil, you'll get extra medals on Pure Evil. Yeah, and you can also get another cultural trait that gives you an extra medal. Also Recruiter Governor, sure. you can get all of those. But even if you get them on underneath champion or something, you just get them through a fight, and they're going to be at their big boy point. But that strategy in particular would be very interesting on a dragon build. So you would get young dragons at champion rank, and then they just need to level up once and they're full-blown dragons. They evolve. Think, Snaron, think! Ah. Sounds perfectly legit. You just have a higher dragon printing factory. I mean, it's good. Your Imperium generation is gonna plummet. And it's gonna hit Space Australia, but, well, it's still interesting. Ha, nice. You got the Invincible reference. Cool. Let's see. Do I just, No, we don't abandon this place. I still need to wait for the Bind Gold Ancient Wonder. But two of you are gonna get the hell out of here. Which one's the weakest stack? Come on, 2,000, 1,800, 1,100. Okay, Blitz, I'm sorry. You're gonna stay here and, bind that golden lair. You two are gonna go and work your magic on the next lair. Let's get out of here. I'll let them clear that NPC Marauder army if they so desire. I don't need it. I don't want it. But that work camp is going to be glorious for the Golden Lair. I'm going to be setting these guys in the underground to take the Spire of Binding, and then they're going to be on their way to kind of take that Cursed Tower, which is a little bit out there, a little bit exposed, but it should work. It should be interesting. Stay right there. Keep on exploring. Do I need to cast anything? Blessing of Paradise. Income bonus from positive city stability are doubled. Well, I don't really have positive city stability, do I? Minus 15, minus 45, minus 18, minus 44. Yeah, they've seen better days. I never got the, expansive reach ability on the city. That would be useful. But later. It's sad that high stability does not increase mana income. Doesn't it just increase production in general? The full resource production of a city? Let me check. Come on. City stability, there we go. So neutral, stable. Plus 5% production, draft, and food. Oh, yes, it is just production, draft, and food. That... I mean, that's useful. So the 15% production is just universally useful because you're going to want to build buildings even if you're going to be a mana-focused faction. You're going to be wanting to build those conduits, and those conduits will require production. If your draft is still going to be useful for a mana-focused faction because among those summoned units you'll probably want to have some battle mages as well, so the draft is going to be coming in handy. And food income kind of equates into expanding, growing your city / grabbing extra hexes equals extra economy. And the food can be converted into mana if you're going to be going for that Garden of Bliss, for example. And the Primals also have a building that converts food into mana, and there's a few others as well, I think. So it's not as useful, but still can be useful if you think about it and come up with a strategy. That reminded me, do you know that in Age of Wonders 3, you got transform production into different resources, not only gold? You install the mod for Age of Wonders 4 that adds that? It would make that way more useful. Oh, okay. I mean, we do have the... Is it in the Tome of Transmutation? I think? We do have that in Tome of Transmutation, where you can convert the mana production of a city into other stuff. But it's situational. That particular one is useful in a gold upkeep-focused faction. But even then, you would still want some mana production. Slithering Den. Slithering Den of Danish denizens. Copper Spire, Resonance Field. A umbral city just expanding from the southeast. Creepy. Well, it is what it is. The niche returns city production focus back, allowing to make knowledge, mana, and maybe even essence for artifacts. Interesting. But, yeah, I'm not really going to be dabbling into mods. Until I fully exhaust everything, every ounce of content and knowledge and stuff from a base game with its DLCs, only after I'll dabble into mods. I'm doing that with Bannerlord as well. To the exasperation of some of my viewers, actually. Come on, Tugrim. Get a move along. Move your ass. Oh, right. Did Blinky Bill grab that location that I wanted? Oh, no. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he grabbed the location that I wanted. Of course he did. I would have done the same. Wait, what? Did he not? He didn't. He did not. Blinty! You didn't get it. I thought I'm playing smaller maps like 4-person map medium. Yes, but, you know, I was thinking that maybe just more players, bigger map equals higher difficulty. And that's why I wanted to go for this. Slumber spores. You neglected the needs of your citizens in Nightwatch, causing unrest. An expert apothecary proposes a unique solution. He bows and explains with a nasal voice. All my life, I've pursued the study of magical fungal infestations that dot this world. I've located one variety whose spores induce a strong sedative effect. If you find it advisable, Plague Lord, one might shower the restless congregations of Nightwatch in these spores. The effects of these so-called slumber spores are temporary, but they may help Nightwatch overcome these challenging times. Does it increase difficulty? I don't know. It does make things more interesting and chaotic and hectic. Hey, Theron. Deploy spores and execute the sedated troublemakers? What the fuck? Deploy the spores throughout Nightwatch, and we're going to be losing a lot of mana. Or do not unleash the spores. Meh. Do not unleash the spores. It's fine. An infestation from way down below is sending its meanies towards me. Other rulers declared friendship. Good. And the Lance of Corruption is now ready to go. Let's give that to Kira. Looks nice. I need to give you a trinket. And bootsies. Let's see. Let's check out bootsies for now. What would be interesting bootsies? Starblades and Fortune, absolutely. Juggernaut, Slippery, Swift, those are always good. Fortune for the crit, Starblades for the extra damage. Well, since we have a charge attack, this would be at max level 6 extra damage. And this is gonna go into 50% extra damage. Do I have something on my chest? Extra melee, extra crit. Scales very well with that one then. With the Starblades. Let's grab Starblades. Just need to make sure that I cast the spell before I use his turn. Per turn. So, Attunement Starblades into... Slippery and Swift. Resistance. Teleporter online. Silver Tongue Fruit acquired. I have 4 now. Work camp. Grab the golden lair. It is mine now. And actually start fortifying this location. No idea what these guys are doing, but I guess I'm gonna find out soon. You boys keep walking. I'm glad to see that they did not block the path. You chill in your stone forge for now. Okay, they're not as pissy anymore. That's cute. How you doing, Thayrun? How have you been, man? Does the Beacon of Valor give me anything interesting? Gives me... support structure. Adds combat enchantment to the combat. Okay. And it would give me the Beacon of Valor. Everybody gains rally and resurgent strength. Catapult towers. Spelljammer might not be a bad idea. But let's fortify the place for now. Knoxville is gonna rush that. And then I'm gonna get... what? I think it's gonna be in the underground lab, but I'm gonna go for the bank. Sure. Rush it. And then we're gonna get Garden of Bliss here as well, instead of that particular worry. Oh, I need to be sure that I have a Garden of Bliss in all of my cities. Nightwatch has it. You have it, and Stoneforge. Okay, good. All of the cities have it. You guys get to chill? Build up an extra outpost, maybe here? I'm gonna keep on pissing these guys off if I do that. What was the garden giving? It converts food into mana. It provides 15 city stability, +7 food per adjacent grassland province, and converts 10% of the food income into mana. And it counts as a farm. So that's the plan here. You boys get to chill. You get to wait for 2 turns to bind to that golden lair. Stay right there. That's fine. Blessing of Paradise. Sure. Let's start getting that. Maybe it's going to be increasing our economy. What do you mean, Sauron? We have blooming growth. All of the territories are going to be converted into grassland or forest. We're fine. Rip him in maxing, but it's going to eventually become grassland. It's fine. It's a lot we're hurting right now for resources. It was next to water? I guess. Okay, I guess that wasn't really my best choice. And uninhabited. A few uninhabited. Fine, let's cancel that. And I'll build it instead of that a research post then. There we go. Game's cozy and beautiful. It is. That is a cozy and beautiful game. In 1 turn, I'm going to be able to get Graktor into the fold. Cool. Now we just gotta wait for the end turn. I wonder if I can bind Golden Wonders faster than the other players. Also, the best case scenario would have been to have those Golden Wonders annexed by a city so that I have a Spelljammer in the area. It's fine. We're practically going to go for the Magic Victory countdown timer. It's going to be okay. Maybe while I'm waiting for the countdown timer, I might send somebody to do the Honor and Intrigue Arcane Siphon mission, but we'll see. So the thing is, with the enemies, I don't have to go to the enemies are going to come to me. It'll be fine. Ah, nice, finally. The Garden of Bliss is looking blissful now. Yeah. My unit enchantments cost me 392 mana per turn, plus another 175 for the unit upkeep. And another 60 for the spell upkeep, yep. Yes siree. Gotta generate that mana love. I know those are rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers up. Half of Nightwatch needs to get their shit together and bring the territory to make it beautiful. We're gonna cast it on Graktor as well. It's gonna be a nice, beautiful location. A little bit of a Skaven, Ratman, Vermin paradise. And then you have, you know, the Castle of Mordor. With Sauron's tower and shit right in the middle of it. Smack in the middle. What you gonna do? It's fine. I wonder if you can cast defensive friendly territory enchantment spells on outposts. You know, like vines and stuff. Probably not. You most likely can only cast them on cities. So we have so many forests. So you know how you can cast, I don't know which one comes to mind. I'll check in a sec as soon as the turn begins. Or maybe the game's gonna keep on going while I click on the encyclopedia. Let's see. So there are defensive siege spells that you can cast, like Cycle of Seasons. Cast on a friendly city. All battles that take place in the city domain gain Cycle of Seasons, granting a different effect. Or from the Tome of Paradise, Fortress of Vines. Target friendly city gains fortification health. Plants in the units drafted in the city are summoned. Oh, look at that! Plant units drafted in the city or summoned within the city domain gain 1 extra rank. So I guess that goes hand in hand with the strategy that you mentioned for even more rank on your soldiers. If you're not going for a dragon strategy, that is. So, those spells, I was wondering if you can cast them on outposts, but I don't think you can cast that on outposts, and they specifically state cities. If there were outposts, I would have mentioned friendly cities and outposts. Pretty sure. Well, I guess you can just have some racial benefits like Frostling Transformation or Arctic Adaptation and just terraform the land underneath the outpost into Arctic or your favorite terrain. I guess that would be an advantage. My domain has been invaded. Can I help you, Mr. Gloom, Shroom, Skoom, Skooma Steve Boom? Another ruler has denounced my booty cheeks. Yes, yes. Everybody's denouncing everybody. Hey, I can finally get a extra hero. So I can get a ritualist, warrior, thunder, ranger, defender, mage, and no spellblade or death knight. Well, I'll grab snacks over here. Recruiter warrior? Well, we already have our stacks, so the recruiter warrior is not really going to be helping us. No, I can shuffle. Spellblade? Hey, a Death Knight. A recruiting governor Death Knight. That has privateer, but we can just switch that ambition. Come with me, Ari Mora Payne. Practically recruiting the entire fucking Payne family. Jeez. Clearly reset. So what would be the build here? Curse for a free... so it's a melee ability, curse the target unit in front of you. You can go for a mass curse, so it would affect everybody in a 1 hex radius. Or just make it into a high single target damage ability. I kind of like that one, where just make it into a high single target free action damage ability. Mass curse into cleave, you're thinking? I guess... But what else? Raise Undead. Zombie Keeper, which is most likely a reference to Graveyard Keeper. Imagine the stacking? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it. To invest into a cleave weapon, that would be better off getting something else. Wyvern Keeper, Curse, Execute, and Cleave ability. Infested Summons. Dark Ritual, Melee Mage. Maybe go for a... In the ability tree? Oh, this one here, Sundering Sweep. Deals damage at a 1-hex cone. Bleeding poison, center defense, center resistance, rings of a binding. Where the hell do you get those effects from? Oh, from all of the... Right, all of the racials. Curse, Execute, Sweep. That's interesting. Okay, fine, I'm sold. How do we go about this? What should I grab first? Tell me the build. And tell me the signatures that I should go for. Let me try it out. There's a chance that we're not going to have a chance to try it out, but I'm down. Do I go for the curse effects first? Go signature, whatever you want. I start with curse. Okay. Plague, Hex, Mass. Then you go for sweep. So Night, Second Wind. Terrifying Aura is meh. Probably gonna go for a Weakened Aura, so Fighting, Sweep, Frenzy, and then I would want... It's probably gonna be some Sustain, I'm thinking. So I'll go Keen Edge. Oh, but I won't be able to get Critical Momentum. Then Sundering Strikes. Can be useful. It's going to be increasing damage and it's going to be an extra effect. Okay, it's going to be Sundering Strikes into Execute. And then it's probably going to be Grim Executioner. Inspiring Killer, Searing Strikes. Will be very squishy without good items, I can imagine. I'll definitely go Decay. I'm thinking of going Initiate of Chaos for the extra crit into Searing Strikes. But also Adaptive Vigor is pretty good. Also, you would want this. You would want Hex of Disruption as well. Okay, let's get Searing Strikes and Withering Decay. And we'll see where we go from there. In terms of weapons... It needs to be a repeating attack weapon, so we're going to go for a sword and board approach. Warding Plate... Yeah. Good warding plate. And let's adjust the look a little bit. Do we go with a Lich Queen approach? The Lich Queen. I guess. There. Nah, that looks lame. That one is fine. Sadly, the Gaius chosen doesn't really fit the bill, but it'll be okay. And then armor color. Yeah, this one's fine in terms of armor color. There. And we're going to call her Lich Queen. Yeah, in no way, shape, or form related to any other character ever. Don't worry about it. This is simply Lich Queen Artha. Yeah. Yes, sirree. Don't worry about it. I guess that Charge Strike is going to do for now. And she's going to be going to the front line over here. For she will take control of this army. This Night Watcher is going to come here. What's that? Is that a Noit? It's a Noit, guys. It's adorable. Blessing of Paradise. On the city that has the most city stability, let's go. Knoxville, perfect. So Knoxville. It's gonna get that. We now have Orderly, and that's gonna be providing us with how much boost? 10%. Extra production draft. I kind of wish if you mouse over this, it would show in brackets that effect applied to the city you're currently hovering, but I guess it would be a little bit complicated to program. Or if I mouse over the food, would it be in the multiplier section? Yeah, it's in the multiplier section. Oh, okay. City stability, Orderly. Why is it applied twice? Oh, it's applied twice because of the effect. Got it. Yes, yes. And then I'll be able to see that in production. As well. Not bad. That's not a bad spell. Still kind of converting mana into something else, but... sure. Give me Enchanted Bloom, because I'm about to integrate these boys. Rector joins your empire. From this day onward... From this day onward, we're this daying it onwardly. Manual, and we're going to be adding... Specialist or Recruiting. I don't really know how many special province. They don't really have any special provinces. Okay, go with Artha. It's fine. And then I'll grab extra quarries. And I do have a magic material in the area. Sure. Build a material refinery, and then I'm going to go for a Garden of Bliss, and we're going to start adding some special provinces. Negotiation successful. These boys are now mine. Tranquility Pool has been... Wait, what? No. No. I have 3 Tranquility Pools now? No, it's still 2. Whew. For a second there, I thought that I would I thought I would get a third Tranquility Pool if I got Gragtor earlier. I would have been sad if that was the case, but no, Gragtor was already providing me the effect of the Tranquility Pool as they were my vassals. And now Sinis can be recruited for free, a Death Knight. Well, I had the money, so it's fine. Berserk Rage, Fighting, Frenzy, Knight, Reckless Rage, Sundering Strikes, Unholy Leader. Okay. It's fine. You get to chill. You guys get to, move along. You need to stay here one more turn, which is great. Chill. Move along. Do I have to rush anything? Well, I don't have to, but I can just buy that, go for a mint. And then buy this in Stoneforge. And go for what? Nothing much. Produce some merchandise. There. That's it. There. It was a good moment to bring Gragtor into the fold. This area is now secured. There's no threat coming from this way. Blint is practically now covering that side pretty effectively, so all's good. Stone tree. I'm just gonna move the camera away. And sippy sip. Never really obtained that Astral Dew, huh? So for me to obtain that Astral Dew, would have to go all the way there. Huh, is there a portal that takes me here? There is a portal that takes me here. Well, I guess after I bind that Spire of Binding, I'm just gonna go grab that Astral Dew. Make some Mountain Dew, why not? Turn 101. Yeah, we're way, way late into the game. There's a lot of players that would have finished the game by turn 70 to 80 or something. But, well, that's what I get when I go for a hyper-focused, specific dot gimmick build. It is what it is. That's what you get. And let's be honest. The dot effect is good. It's okay. But I feel like the base damage of the arrows themselves is what's carrying this by a lot. Because it's always a good idea to finish the enemy off before letting them take their turn, because the dot damage effect is applied at the end of their turn and not at the beginning. Unless it's Misfortune. In which case, the physical damage from Misfortune is received on the enemy unit's action, which is still bad because the enemy unit takes an action. You'd rather have that arm disabled so it can't push a button. They can't push a button if you disable their hand by killing the unit outright. You know, action economy and all that talk. Taking a turn away and, hey, if you can, giving it to yourself by infecting or summoning a zombie or reviving or blah is the way, would be the way to go. Where's this? Oh, right here. Okay. Jesus, we're still on Gloom's turn? Come on, move along. Togram. I never knew that multiple... What's the word? You know when a map has kind of like a leader faction, like the Librarian with Noctis, or I guess Gromp the Clever with the Honor and Intrigue type of thing? I didn't really know that a map can have multiple of those, so it can have both Gromp and the Imperium brother/sister whatever faction thing. Well, I guess the Imperium brothers or sisters doesn't really influence the match that much. But still. Yes? Can I help you? I'll make a sacrifice of wealth. Negotiation successful. I was insulted, thanks. You're a peach. And I was insulted by you as well. Archon blood has been acquired. Void stones have been acquired again, I'm not sure why. And Kira has gained a renown level simply from equipping her gear. She's also going to be receiving some bootsies in 2 turns. Material refinery is done in a Grag tour. Also, oh, shouldn't I be able to cast the Enchanted Bloom yet? No. Palisade wall, give me stone walls. And now we can bind Ancient Wonders. And hell yeah, I'm gonna go for Age of Nature. What is that giving me? Channel the Age of Nature. Your Nature Affinity spells cost 20% less mana, world map casting points, and combat casting points. And every 3 turns in combat, a tier 2 to 3 nature unit is summoned on your side. Cool. That's gonna buy time for the enemy to die from dots. Let's get it, boys. I want to channel the way of nature. I guess I'll get a forest going. I don't know. A lot of quarries. Not really a lot of farms. Ah, give me the forest, that's fine. I wonder if I can postpone a war with her. Settle grievances. Pay my transgression. Sell. Sell. There. Just to make it as hard as possible for the enemy to declare war on me. Still, gotta wait for another 10 turns? Am I even on first place when it comes to points? Where's the score? Is it in the overall ranking? Also, will the game end on turn 120 or something? When does it end, brothers? When does it end? Act as a stack. Chill. Okay, let's decide on a squad for the Spire of the Binding. What's it gonna be? Well, it's gonna be Tina and the Balor first. Then it's gonna be Alaric and the Golden Golem. So 2 ranged, 2 melee. I'm gonna be needing 1 of each again. Probably Chaos Eater. Yep. And another ranged unit. That Legendary Afflictor. Good stuff. That's going to be the stack we're going to go in with. The Dark Arcana. As you travel through the Umbral Abyss, shadows make way for a looming Spire of the Binding, its pinnacle covered by darkness. You venture inside and quickly notice chaotic energies coalescing in the center of the spire. There, an eldritch being slumbers, neither dead nor alive, captured in a cage of binding, in an unending state of unbeing. A prison or an abandoned experiment, Umbral demons gather around the cage, feeding on its arcane energies. The cage of binding seems to be the source of arcane energies running through the spire of binding. Free the eldritch being, prepare for battle? Okay. Steelix Lore Builder? A mage? Oh, that's not a tough fight at all. What? Auto-resolve? Yep, we didn't give a shit. Let's watch that replay. Let's see how the AI utilizes this stack. It's a big boy stack. But yeah, not even a lost wizard? Oh, it's an Eldritch Sovereign hero. Ah, that explains it. Okay. I guess that's a little bit more powerful. Yep, using the Balor and the Golden Golem as front line, and separating... Ooh, that's actually a smart position, separating the battlefield, covering this side, and then just have the range units in the center, just raining mayhem and destruction upon the enemy's booty cheeks. Yeah, sounds good. There's the Mass Curse. There's the awesome shot. Oh, actually, never mind. The AI is going to go on the offensive there. Jesus crikey! Okay. Yeah. That Balor is no joke. No, don't attack with the... Okay. Well, he's gelded, so he's not going to do anything, so that's fine. Although, again, I would have placed that Golden Golem in defense mode. Oh no, not the Strengthen removed and Status Protection removed. Umbran Exile, sure. My turn. Cleanse. Fire Evocation. Sure, not bad. The hell? They can actually pass through there? Sure. The Afflictors decided to, shoot back. Okay. Will it still spawn the Splitterlings? It will still spawn the Splitterlings, it's fine. Killing momentum, smack the other one. Cool. And battle's over. Ah, those are the hounds that are summoned. The random the random demonic fiend that appears. Sure. I'm not sure what you did there, but okay. Did you just kill both of the enemies with a mass curse? Huh. No. Dismiss the Inferno, pupper. Dark Arcana Aftermath. You free the Caged Eldritch Sovereign, and after a moment of rage and confusion, she rises once more. That's a shame? Okay. After all my attempts, it takes a Plague Lord to free me from the grasp of Urath. I apologize for my rage. Cage of Binding, it does things to the mind. Long ago, I attempted to make a deal with dark forces. Soon, I realized my mistake. But when I attempted to break free, I was captured in this cursed cage. Okay, let's put her back in. Ask her to bind some umbral demons to my will, and I get a Dire Caster and an Abductor. Use the Cage of Binding once more to drain and kill Steelix Lorebuilder. And I get what? A lot of mana? I'm fine. And ask her to spread the word of my deeds. Just use her as a bard. Sure, use her as a bard. Ruler leveled up. And I can now get... Slip Away? Really? That's kind of... I got Light Strikes. Sure. A little bit extra damage on the Mage Lock attack. And then for Tiny Tina the Tin, it's going to be Distant Evocation, right? Into Arcane Strength, yeah. And then get Maximize Magic. I'm assuming, yeah, it's a spell. Bind Gold Ancient Wonder. Sure, I'll do it on the next turn. So, does that mean that I don't have to be here with this unit to bind that Golden Ancient Wonder? I just need to have it annexed? I guess that's the case. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna get out of here. And I'll start to make my way to this teleporter and then go for that cursed tower and build another outpost there. And that's gonna be that. Tiny Tina and the Blur. Go ahead and give me a Sanctuary expansion so we can grab that Spire. And then I'll keep on pushing you guys towards that small monster den. Sure. Can you guys still move? Hell yeah. Done. But that's gonna be it for today. Hey Zendar, sorry man. Thank you for dropping by, but I was just on my way out. Because that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys like what I do, please hit that follow button. It's gonna notify you when I stream. If you want to further support me, also subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, I have multiple guides and playthroughs that you guys can check out. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, for it does help the YouTube algorithm. That's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we're going to be continuing with Age of Wonders 4. I'm doing good, Zender. I really hope that you're doing good as well. Check out the VOD. It's a nice chill VOD, I guess.